Hi guys, welcome back to the latest episode for Descendants of Nonsense. Okay, so Scotty, you ready to get into this? Because we've got a big topic this week, mate, and people need your help.
Oh yeah, I'm whatever it is, I'm so ready.
Do you mean whatever it is? You haven't got to pretend that you don't know anymore. You're going to be
I
reading
know
it off of
exactly
your
what it
deck.
is, but whatever the topic is, like
Mhm.
per person, I'm fucking ready.
Okay, all right, that's fine then. So I came to a conclusion over the last couple of weeks that basically I think I might be a bit of a selfish person. So I want to look to offer help. I want to do some good for humanity.
Probably the best good you could do for humanity is to keep being selfish down.
Ooh, very poetic. Love
Yeah, I know.
that.
That's what they call me at work. Poet Scott.
Okay.
It's got no ring to it, but
I was gonna say I thought there was gonna be some alliteration at least, but okay.
no. They're not very imaginative at work, that's what it is.
Stupid Scott, more like. So
Oh my god.
more of a ring to it, hasn't it? More of a ring.
He doesn't quite roll off the tongue like dickhead Dan.
Oh fuck. All right. There's no real swear words beginning with S. There's one, but I don't want to say it.
Go on.
Now I'm just gonna call you Slutty Scott.
Ooh.
That's not an insult, to be honest. That's not an insult. It might just mean you're out there, flamboyant. I'm
Well,
not saying everyone's flamboyant is a slut, by the way.
expressive. That's right.
Okay.
Expressive.
All right then. Okay, so what we're gonna be doing? I was about to say who wants to go first without even saying what we're gonna be doing. I'm a good host, honest. All right, so what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be solving some of your problems. I'm not gonna divulge where I found these problems in case I get shut down by one of about 60 listeners. Not bad.
You never know. There could be an elite in there somewhere.
That's
One of the
true.
1%.
That's true. All right, so I'm not going to divulge where we've got these problems, but it's a possibility. If you're listening, you might have written this problem, and this could be your help. Yeah, see? All right, so I found some problems on the internet: love, sex, relationships, you name it. I've got the answers. That was beautiful, wasn't it?
Oh my
That's like an
god.
advert.
I've got the answers as you lifted your eyebrows. Oh my god. I'm being pulled in.
All right, then. So let's get into this. Should I go first?
Yeah, go on, you start off.
All right, that's fine then. Which one should I start on? All right, let's get in nice and light. All right. Do you want the headline or should I just go into the story?
Yeah, go for the headline.
I love my boyfriend, but I really don't want to have sex with him. Now I've got all your ears, all your dirty, perverted ears.
Oh, is that the headline? I thought you were just like divulging some information about your personal life there.
See, if anyone just listens in fact, if my missus is outside just listening, just thinking, I thought he's recording a podcast. What the fuck's he doing about his boyfriend for? Yeah. All right. Let me get into this. You prick those ears up. All right. I'm 20 years old and I've been going out with my boyfriend for nearly 2 years. I love him so much and have missed him constantly when we haven't been able to see each other during the pandemic. However, when I do get the chance to see him, I no longer want to be intimate. I just want to curl up all day and hug. I hate it when he starts to kiss me too much because I know that means he wants to have sex. I don't enjoy the lead up and I feel bad as I never instigate it. Ultimately, I will just do it to get done with. I just don't see the point. I've never had an orgasm, and now I don't enjoy being naked or being touched. Despite this, we get on so well, and I see a future for us together. All right,
Oh dear.
go on. There's the synopsis. Give me your answers. What you gonna do to say for this? Was there agenda there, by the way? Uh, there was an agenda. There was an agenda. I've just read a bit more of the answer. It is a female, okay? So direct your answers towards a female, please, because it is to
Oh,
her.
God. Do you know what? I figured out that in life in general, but especially in relationships, intimate relationships,
Mhm.
is that for your own happiness and sanity, you need to be 100% honest at all times.
Yeah.
So if this is like you're putting it on the internet but hiding it from your partner that you don't want to be intimate anymore, you just need to tell them. You just need to say, okay, I still love you. I love all of our time together, but I hate being intimate now. I literally just do it to get it done with, and then see what like solution you come up with together. Because it's very difficult to recommend anything other than opening up, because whatever
Literally.
comes afterwards is going to be the best result.
Well, that was a shit answer, wasn't it?
It was, but like that's the thing is, man, I'm here to solve people's problems. Like
What,
I
and you
could
telling
just
them to
say,
talk?
I could, yeah. I mean, talk. being honest, like it means that your raw emotions will come out. If you lie, or not lie, but admit the truth, so you don't make say if you don't tell them for the next 5 years, and
Yeah.
you just put up with like having sex that you don't want to have for 5 years, it's going to be so rough on you mentally, and depending on the kind of sex you have, rough on you physically. I don't know.
She didn't say that. You made that up. She
I'm
did
just
not
saying
say
that
that.
that might be happening. We never know.
I,
But
it don't sound like that to me.
man, honestly, the like for personal happiness, you've got to weigh up whether or not you want to risk running a relationship with someone that you love but you don't want to be intimate with for however long that's going to last, and be dishonest with your partner and long term
Yes.
yourself, or talk it out and solve the issue, and whether or not that makes you split up.
All right. I want to nip this in the bud now. We've got 4 or 5 of these. If your fucking answer to everyone is just talk, I'm not going to be happy with you. All right.
No, that can't be the answer to everything, because
I'll let you start on this. That's
a
it.
lot of this isn't going to be about honesty, is it? This is going to be, how do I go about the honesty?
Okay. All right. That's fine.
I suspect, anyway.
Well, luckily for you, the host of this show is a fucking fountain of knowledge. And there's so many feelings in him just breaking out that he can help this young woman. He can help her.
What have you got?
Well, first of all, what I would say is in this day and age, intimacy is massive. I think it's more to do with in this day and age, you're kind of like told to express yourself and be open, and but it's not a bad thing to have different feelings. It's good to be different. So I think in these days it's so much easier to be honest about your intimacy. But I think a bad bit of that, but not a bad thing. If you're in a good relationship, it's a good thing. But it means that intimacy is massive. It's key. When you said talk it out, yes, there needs a talk. But if they can't solve this can lead to a lot of problems down the line. It's no good just talking and not actually come to a resolution.
Mm-hmm.
They need to find out exactly what I would say as well is I don't know if you picked up on this, but when I was reading, she's 20 years old. 20 is a strange age because you're still finding you're not a child and you're not an adult at this point. You're still working out exactly who you are as a person. And were you in a relationship at the age of like 20?
Not till I was 21, no.
Sorry about that.
God.
All right, so
Hey, virgin. I used to make a joke actually while I was at school. I'd unlock my phone, and if my mate's standing next to me, because whoever you're with, it says at the top, it says, Virgin or O2. I'd unlock my phone and be like, Connor, phone's taking the piss out of me, yeah. My mate would just start laughing. Like, for a couple of years, man.
I think I know who you're alluding to there as well.
Virgin boy. But yeah, you're definitely right. There needs to be a resolution. Also, you don't have to do it yourself. If you
Beg your
can't come up with
pardon?
a resolution yourself, like after you talk it out, there are quite literally relationship counselors, and that might be a way to go.
No,
Or
not at
get advice
20.
from
Not at
get advice
20.
from your parents or something.
No, you don't want to be getting counselling on your relationship at 20. I'm sorry. No.
Well, you don't want to be. They
You,
might want to.
that's true. No, but surely at 20, you're supposed to be enjoying everything. You're supposed to be having fun with everything you do. This should be free and easy. And if it's not, then there's a bigger problem in the relationship. Because I don't know if this is just my mind, but I tend to look past the problem. And if someone brings a problem to me, I look completely past it and I think, why they're feeling this way? What is it something I've done? So if someone raised that point of intimacy, I'd think, because intimacy comes down to more than just intimacy. If you're in a relationship, sex isn't just sex, it's trust, it's everything.
Yeah.
So I would look past that and I'd say, is there any problem? Is there any insecurity this girl's got? Because she didn't even like being touched or anything, she said. So what maybe is a bit of insecurity there. And let's say at that age 20, your body's still developing. So absolutely you need to talk, not to a counsellor. You're 20 years old, bloody hell. You'll probably have friends and that around who are similar situation. But as I say, at 20 years old, you don't I'll be in this situation. You don't want to put stress on your relationship. You should be enjoying it, having fun. If you're not, speak to your partner, but don't just beg to differ and just carry on. You need a resolution. It's better than spending years. And if you have been in the relationship a couple of years, you'll find that you're scared to break away because you probably, this is all you've known. You've grown into an adult at this point, and this is all you've known. So you're scared seeing the big world through your own eyes and not with a partner, if that makes sense. But it's better off doing this rather than wasting more years of your life. Because as I say, it sounds like there's no intimacy there at all. So she definitely needs to tell a partner, have a conversation with, but just be honest about your feelings. Sounds like there's some insecurities there. Scared of being honest with herself as much as a partner.
Yeah,
Word
it
of
sounds very
advice.
one-sided though, doesn't it? Because if
Wait,
he's
it's just her writing. That's why, Scott.
well, no, but from her writing, it sounds like he's happy to instigate things. So, man, his horniness levels up there definitely.
Yeah, but
So
he might actually be thinking, why is my partner never kissed me? Why am I always kissing her? What? So
yeah.
if you're before you're even thinking about being honest with your partner, be honest with yourself. Decide if this is what you want.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably why they've submitted the question online because there's a lot of people, older generation I'm talking about, who have
You
had
bastard.
like marriages for like 20, 30 plus years, and they lost their intimacy a long time ago, and they just carry on through their marriages like butting heads and never actually coming up with real
Affairs.
solutions. Affairs tend to be their solutions to a non-intimate relationship,
That's true.
but they just come up with that shit on their own, don't they?
Mm.
Like if they actually talk to each other
Yeah.
and can find out what the problem is and then come up with solutions.
You might find they feel the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
True. True.
The thing is, you know your own feelings, but you don't know your partner's feelings without them telling you.
True.
And chances are they won't tell you if you don't ask, because who wants to burden their partner with their own thoughts?
They need to have a drink together, get absolutely smashed. The honesty just flows out then.
Yeah, just make sure that you're
In
not
all
so smashed that you
seriousness,
can't remember it.
in all seriousness, as much as that started out as a joke, you got to have fun with it. You got to be honest, but don't put too much stress on yourself. Definitely not. All right,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next question.
Oh,
Well,
so
it's not a question, but you know.
the one I've got now, this is a bit spicy.
Ooh,
So
you have my
the
attention.
headline is, "My wife wants a lover. How can I help her find one?"
Okay.
After 40 years of marriage, she's looking for a friend with benefits where we can find a sexual partner she can trust. So, the lowdown is we're a retired couple who've been married for 40 years.
Oh, getting on then. Getting on.
God, me. I adore my wife and she adores me, but we still have an active sex life.
Go on,
We
lad.
talked about her finding another sexual partner to be with on occasion.
Don't go on.
Neither of us approves of going online to find one. Yeah. How would you suggest that we find her a friend with benefits whom she can be with and trust? Our kids all live away from us, so we're not terribly hung up on anyone finding out.
I thought he was going to say all my kids all agree. Imagine that your parent just
God.
coming up to you saying, "Look, Mum loves me, but she wants to fuck someone else. How do you feel about it, kids?"
Oh God.
Oh God. Go on. Did
Just
you finish?
imagine it happening with your own parents. Oh my God. I don't want to think about that.
No, it's mad though, isn't it? Because I don't want to think too deep into this. Excuse the pun, but it's crazy that we all have conversations. We all know each other. We all just speak every day, and everyone has sex. I'm sorry. Let's be mature about it. If we're going to talk about it, okay?
Yeah.
It's like, just think about it. Everyone, next time you kiss your grandma, just think where those lips have been. Okay. Yeah. Think about it in your head.
No, I won't. I won't, Dan. No, I won't.
It's true though.
I don't give a fuck if it's true. There are some things you should run away from, like polar bears and killer whales.
And
You should definitely run away from where your nan's lips have been.
listen.
Especially if you count how many other grandkids she's got.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but
you fucking ruined my evening, Dan.
no, but I think it's true. It's true. Let's be mature about it. Everyone likes it. Well, not everyone, clearly. Apologies if I've made anyone feel insecure
Yeah, just
or worried
in
about
general,
it. But I'm speaking for a vast majority of people. Yeah. Now, let's get back to the topic at hand. Have you finished reading it out?
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. Do you want to give an evaluation first, or shall I?
Well, I went first on your one, so yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I went first then. Okay.
I was first because I was brave boy.
Okay. All right. Does it give an age on there? Because I'm guessing it's probably around late 60s, 70s if they've been married 40 years.
Yeah, it must be. There's no age on here.
And does it actually break down which partner? I'm presuming, apologies, shoot me down if you'd like. I'm presuming male and female, this situation.
It doesn't specify, but I would assume so as well.
Apologies, don't all shoot me down for that. It's the reason I'm basing that on is because obviously homosexuality is something in this day and age that everyone's proud of, rightly so, but quite a while ago is something that is frowned upon. I'm glad we've progressed. However, that situation did happen. If they've been married over 40 years, statistically, I think it's fair to say we're looking at a heterosexual relationship.
Yeah, I would say so.
I don't know what. Do you get the vibes, even when we're speaking about these problems, that you know which gender's speaking?
In general, yeah.
I feel like this is the bloke writing in.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Now, I'm presuming that he's talking about a late 60s, early 70s year-old woman, yeah? Now,
yeah, I would say so.
As a 25-year-old male, if there's one thing I know, it's the libido of old age pensioners, okay? I'm just going to leave that there a second. Think about that.
Why do you know that?
No, I don't really know about it, but I'm here to evaluate it. Okay, that's what I'll do. All right. So first things first, I'm going to allude back to my previous comment. Let's be open about it. I'm glad that they've got a good sexual relationship between themselves because it says they're still intimate. Good lad. Well done. However, it's not all rosy, unfortunately. If she does want to see someone else, then maybe it doesn't mean there's any problems in their relationship just because want to seek intimacy elsewhere. It makes sense if she's. I'm not saying I agree with the opinion, but if she's been eating the same old hot dog for 40 odd years, maybe she does want to try something else. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But he
It
wants
doesn't
help.
seem like he's too hung up on it.
No, he doesn't. Maybe he wants one as well. There's lots of places out there, aren't there? I don't know. I've never looked, but surely there's lots of like swingers clubs out there. I imagine on Google, if this guy's written in a problem online, he probably has access to the internet and uses it a bit, unless he's asked one of his kids to write in, and then it's a bit strange. But surely, I'm going to imagine if you write in swingers clubs nearby, I'm going to guess there's loads. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, I mean, depending on where you live, but definitely, I'd say if I went on there right now, I'd get told off, but I would probably find a few.
Surely you must. I'm not Googling it, but surely there must be someone there. Mate, Google it. It's not a problem. You don't need to write in about this. Just Google it. He was advertising. That's all he was doing.
You just said I'm not googling it. Then why are you telling me to? You fucking Google it.
No, not you. I'm
If you
telling
want
the
to know
guy.
that much.
I'm telling the guy who's written in. If he's got this problem
Oh, okay.
and he's happy to address it, which he is, which I'd say is a bigger hurdle than where to go for it. You fair play, lad. But you crack on. If you're comfortable with your missus doing that, not sure I would be, but if you're happy with that, you crack on, you enjoy yourself. Just stop it. It sounds like if he's written in, he's probably a bit nervous about it. If I'm being honest, he's probably having second thoughts
Yeah.
and wants an opinion back because it's not something you speak about to the lads down the boozer, is it?
No, because the response you get is I'll give her a go. That's exactly the response you get.
No, it'd be I already have, mate. All of us have.
Oh god.
What do you
All at
think?
once.
Oh
Mm.
no. Go on.
Oh, there's a reason they call her bicycle Brenda. Jesus Christ.
Come on. What's got to be Brenda? Who needs?
What do you mean?
What's,
Well,
you
well
think
it wouldn't be
you
the
think
same
she-
as bicycle Glennis.
yeah, but you think she's old? Look, stop saying old people names. Could be anything.
Because she's old.
Yeah, you haven't got to assume though. Most old people, I'm going to guess, don't want to go out and just fuck it everyone willy nilly, but this lady does. So there's more to be seen.
Maybe she specifically wants to fuck willy nilly.
Don't
That's
judge
what
a
she's
book by
craving.
its cover. Even if that cover wants to fuck everything that walks.
Yeah, if it's a cover that's very open, like
Yeah.
that much open.
No, come on. Too
Oh,
much.
done. No,
Go on.
never enough.
Go on. What's your opinion? How can Brenda
God.
seek help? Or the guy asking, because it's not the woman asking. She's like, you go, hold on, why is he got to find someone for her? Find someone yourself. Brenda, I've changed my opinion on you, love. I was all for you, first of all, but no, you're taking the piss. Why ask your husband?
Yeah, so you were all for her? Were you gonna offer yourself?
No, that's not what I was saying at all. That is not what
you got to watch your words, Dan, because no, this is recorded, mate. This shit is here forever.
I'm the host. I'll cancel the recording right now and I'll delete this footage. So,
well, oh, look, here you go, swinging your bollocks around, Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Well, I think, Brenda, you've got a partner who's willing to accept the fact that you're hornier than they can keep up with, I guess. Do you know what? If this is something that you need to fulfill yourself, go fucking find it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you need to find someone that you can trust, like the key word that they used twice was trust, go find it yourself then. Because if you end up in trouble, it shouldn't be on your partner to also like be taking responsibility for that shit. Like he's quite happy with one lady, whereas she needs another man to keep up. I just think I don't think it's maybe what is happening here. We've just seen it unfold. Is he's typed this out as a question online, hoping that there's people on the internet who are going to say, "Bro, don't put up with that shit, man. You got to stand up for yourself and say no. We're married. This is adultery.
Stand up for yourself and say, "Oh, Brenda, you're not fucking anyone else.
you're not fucking any other men on my watch." You know what I mean?
Oh. All right, fair enough. So the resolution of that one was, Brenda, get off your ass and do it yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Brenda, go fucking do it yourself. And this guy, fucking Philip or something, you,
Bill,
tell her, mate, you don't accept it if that's actually how you feel.
It feels
if you
like
do accept it, then I don't know. You do, you mate.
I'm gonna say it feels like he's happy about it. I don't know what we're assuming he's unhappy about it. All right. onto the next one. Okay.
Mm.
Now I'll tell you what, I can't keep up. Let's have a break from the sex ones. Can you read out a relationship one, please?
What have you only got sex ones?
I've only got two, and both of those are sex ones. Well, they've taken a while, so we'll do one more of each.
Okay.
I know our relationship one in there.
Well, this one is. Tell me what you think. I think this is relationship one.
That's what I'm here for.
I split with my partner after he lied about using porn. Have I overreacted? So, we were together for 13 years and planned to move in together, but now I feel I can no longer trust him. So during lockdown last May, split from my partner of 13 years. Been planning to get married and live together. He took me house hunting, then moved into a place we found, while I stayed where I was with my daughter, who has disabilities. We worked on the house and garden together and kept telling me it was our home. He then retired and we carried on our weekend distanced relationship. Oh, okay. So, but his behaviour changed, and I discovered that he'd been indulging in a lot of porn since long before I met him. He had always claimed not to be interested in it. I was not concerned about the porn, but about the deceit. He looked me in the eye and lied when I confronted him. Trust became a major issue. I suggested we went to counselling, but he refused. I missed the friendship. I thought we were soulmates, but I don't think I could put up with the idea that he was always looking elsewhere. We are still in touch by phone. Was I overreacting, or should I cut all ties and move on?
This is a strange one, you know. First of all, do you know when I said I try and work out the age, the gender of who's writing in? There's few contradictions in this one. So I'm going to try not... Are we agreed that we believe this is a woman writing in?
Yeah, this is almost definitely a woman writing in.
All right, that's fine then. All right. Synopsis I've come to. First of all, don't say you're not bothered about the porn, because you clearly are. It's not just about the deceit. Otherwise, it wouldn't even been a conversation in the first place. Don't lie to yourself. All right. Second of all, I've always wondered about this. When is porn considered cheating? Because technically, you are looking at other people doing it. Regardless, those people exist, whether you like it or not. Those people exist. So you are technically watching those. So I think in some cases, I see why people get upset about it. But I think it's so commonly accepted now because it's so widely accepted because it is so common now. But it's not something you need to hide. It's so common. I don't understand why you'd hide it in the first place. It's kind of like, I'd always assume that everyone does until they told me they didn't. I wouldn't assume they didn't until they told me they did. Is that fair?
Yeah, I'll be on the same wavelength there.
All right, fair enough. Isn't there a stat like 60% of all Google searches are porn?
Well, more like 80% of my own, but that sounds like a good number.
Yeah, it's don't say the porn's not a problem because it clearly is, but this guy's lied about it, so definitely no future there because there's no reason for him to lie about it. I don't understand why he would, but it doesn't feel like that much big of an issue. I feel like they might have problems in the relationship, and if this is like what's tipped them over the edge, because that might be an argument, but it's not. I don't feel like it's a relationship breakup. It shouldn't be
Mm,
anyway. That should be a
yeah.
conversation need to be had, but it shouldn't need to be breakup over that. But again, intimacy is a big thing. So you got to wonder, are they, was he doing it instead of intimacy with his partner? Does he do it because porn addictions are a thing, unfortunately? That expression, you can never have too much of a good thing. Well, you can. You can. Ask Tiger
You
Woods.
definitely can, and it
Yeah.
stops becoming a good thing.
Well, this is it. Ultimately, if what she's saying is right, his porn addictions cost him his family. It's cost him quite a lot. Rather than, I can't help feel it's mad to think that someone would choose a porn addiction over everything, their family, absolutely everything. That baffles me. Obviously, I don't feel the same way about porn as him, but that's crazy. I can't get my head
Yeah,
around that.
I think one of the things that I'm struggling with most for this one is when we started, we talked about honesty, and this is a problem if you're not honest to begin with,
Yes,
because lies come back to bite you on the arse. Even if you do end up being honest eventually, you really need to be honest from the get go, because this could have been avoided like 13 years ago. You
that's
know,
true.
it could have been like, yes, I use porn when I can't see you, because it sounded like it was a weekend
Yeah,
long distance
that's,
relationship.
yeah.
You know, because everybody has sexual urges. Like that's
Do they?
men. Oh well, fucking hell. Funnily
Brenda
enough,
does.
uh,
Brenda
I
definitely
never
does.
do. I have no sexual urges at all.
Good
They
lad.
don't exist.
Good lad.
I
Sinner.
am like an angel. So I can't speak from experience, but um, if he's like, if he'd have just said yes, I use porn to get over my sexual urges whilst I'm not with you,
Yeah.
because men are visual beasts. Like there are sex experts that have always claimed men, like the majority of their sexual pleasure comes from visual stimulation.
Okay, let's get scientific with this. I weren't
Yeah, so
expecting this.
porn is like,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah. So if he'd have said that at the beginning, and she'd have made it a problem, the best thing would be to say, why is it a problem? And they could come up with a solution together. This could have been started 13 years ago. She's talking about now as she overreacted, and I honestly don't know,
How does that
because
conversation take place? Do you watch porn?
I
Does that
mean
happen in relationship? I've never had it,
this not as a serious conversation.
but it does come up.
Um, it does come up like with my girlfriend when we were going out for
Okay, okay.
about 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about if either of us watch porn and like what kind of stuff we watch, just as like a conversation to see what each other's tastes are. You know what I mean?
I'm here to sort everyone else's problems out, not yours.
I'm not having problems. I'm just saying, you know, it definitely happens, but it's just weird that it's taken 13 years
That is
for him
strange.
to then suddenly like admit it, and then
I
it's caused a massive breakup.
I wonder if it's 13 years, the intimacy's gone in their relationship, and she feels like he'd rather do that rather than have intimate times with her. I
Yeah,
feel like that's what the pushing point. Because I say intimacy in itself isn't a big thing. It's everything that comes with intimacy: the trust, the emotions, the love. All of that comes with the intimacy. Intimacy in itself, not much into it, but everything that comes alongside it, massive. If she feels like he's not only substituting intimacy, he's substituting time with her. That sacred bond, that physical
yeah,
bond with her, to knock one out to like I don't know, I couldn't think of a porn star there. I don't know why I know hundreds. Then
Personally,
don't say a name. Come on, don't say a name. Have some respect. I'm not plugging anyone on here. All right. So I bet they plugged themselves though.
oh
Okay.
god,
All right, but yeah,
watching this video.
I think that I think that's almost the tipping point. That can't be the problem in itself. There's got to be other problems there. They've got to have intimacy problems. There's got to be much more to it than that.
If you think that it's definitely a case of insecurity and a lack of intimacy from her perspective, do you think it is then overreacting?
I do you know something? I've always said in a relationship, if you're confident enough to bring something up to a partner that's worrying you, whether you're right or wrong, it doesn't matter. You feel that way. It needs to be addressed, whether it's ridiculous or not. If it's bothering you and you're with that person, it has to be addressed. It doesn't matter if it's crazy. It doesn't matter if it's ludicrous. It's still bothering that person. So if you're with that person, have the respect for them to address it. Because love isn't the most important thing in a relationship. In most relationships, you'll find after a couple of years, people tend to love each other, but still fail sometimes. Respect's the most important thing. So if you're with someone, have the respect to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird one because she said they brought it up at the start of a relationship. So for 13 years later, I don't know because I can see how he lied about it at the start of a relationship. The more I think about it, do you watch porn? No, 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 no. I get it because I think we've all been there to some extent. Not with that scenario. I've been one where someone's asked like, oh, how many partners you had, and I literally made up like 4 or 5, even though I don't have one partner sexually at this point. Because I felt embarrassed, I felt naive, so I get it to some extent why you'd lie about it, but ultimately, the more you get to know someone, the more confident you should feel in saying, "Oh, look, I was actually lying. I do this, or I do feel this way about it. It's just something I do. It's not weird." Now, the final one. Do you want to do a relationship one or a sex one? Give me a proper relationship one if you've got one.
Mm.
This is the final one, so make it a good one.
Man, see, like these are like hybrid now.
Go on.
So tell me which one you think this is. My girlfriend says I don't satisfy her as much as her exes did.
I've heard this one.
Have you?
I came across this one, yeah. If you want to finish on that one, I'm happy to.
The thing is, you just said came and finish.
Yeah, I know. In the same, honestly, when I said if you want to finish on that one, then I knew what I said. I just didn't want to address it.
So her honesty about our sex life was well intentioned, but has made me feel inadequate and affected my performance and my self-esteem. God. Yeah, what do you think?
I'm happy to address it.
Yeah, okay. Let's do this one then. So the rest of it goes, I'm a 27-year-old man in a 6-month relationship.
Bit more detail in this one. Love this.
Yeah, with a woman who I adore in every way. It's something of a fairy tale, love at first sight romance, and by far the most meaningful and fulfilling relationship I've ever had.
How long have they been
Except
together?
when it
Sorry.
comes to sex. 6 months.
Fucking that's worrying.
She's far more sexually experienced than me and has been open and honest enough to admit that I don't satisfy her as much as her exes. I often feel nervous or anxious about our sex life and have had numerous occasions where I can't get or maintain an erection or ejaculate too soon. This has led to feelings of deep inadequacy, emasculation, and shame to the point where I actively avoid having sex with her. These issues are compounded by my already low self-esteem, which I'm trying to resolve through therapy. Ooh.
All right, you're done.
Yeah, done.
All right, so this is a straightforward one. However, this is a very common one, but it's one I'd be worried by the fact that it's happening 6 months into a relationship. That'd be my only concern in this one. What I would say, first time I read this, because as I say, when I was doing my research for this one, I came across this one rather, and I thought I thought the person he was with was a horrible person at first. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, that's a horrible thing to say. Why would she say it and be so open with him if she didn't want to address it? So that tells me that she loves him. If that makes sense in a weird and twisted way. I feel like
No, I agree.
I feel like she wouldn't say something like that if she wasn't willing to work on it. But this guy, as most young men have, which are a good thing that they're allowed to even bring it up in this day and age, because as two young men, this is finally the first subject that we can honestly give a true opinion on, because earlier I found myself discussing a 70-year-old woman's libido, and I couldn't be further away from that demographic. So for once I can talk about this.
Yeah.
We've all got our insecurities. It's just for a while that men weren't able to bring theirs up. They're supposed to be strong, be brave about it, and not even address it, which hard. So I'm glad we're in a time where he can address it. However, with that comes more insecurity because more people are allowed to be open. You question yourself a lot more, if that makes sense. This guy has just got incredibly low self-esteem. I'd say he's thinking too much into the comment that his girlfriend made about his exes, her exes rather, because she wouldn't say this if she didn't care about him. She'd just chuck him in a bin, especially after 6 months. She clearly wants to work on things. So I'd tell him to address his own concerns, which he's doing the right thing with things like therapy. However, I feel like the moment you bring up things like therapy, and I'm not against it, don't think I am for a minute, but when you admit it, no, that's the wrong thing to say. I'm not going to say that. It feels like, even though the hardest thing to do is admit it, it feels like he already knows, and by doing this, it's kind of, I don't want to say what I want to say because I know it's not the right thing to say.
It doesn't matter if it's the right thing. You just say it and then we can talk about it.
When he goes to things like a therapist and that, it's probably because in this day and age, that even though it's spoken about, when you bring it up, we're not 100% there as society. We still judge people, as you can see by this. So when he goes to a therapist, he's bound to feel abnormal. He's bound to feel different, which is going to put him even more at ease, and could argue it puts him a step back if he's admitting defeat already. But what I would say is, because the problem is we all accept that it's okay to feel different, but do we? We acknowledge it, but do we accept it? We talk about it, but do we truly feel that it's okay to be a bit different? It's okay to feel insecure if you're a young man these days. The truth is, you've got people out there, and with social media and influencers today, everyone's perfect. And I can go back to the porn topic here. Porn looks so good because, mate, it's fake. Everything's fake now. So you're going to look inferior to everything you see because it's fake. You could honestly just go and look at most influencers now, male influencers for young guys. They're ripped, they're tall, they're good-looking guys. So it's okay for anyone to have an inferiority complex because everyone's painted better. But what I would say is that's not life. That's only life for the top influencers, the top people in the world. 99% of people have some inferiority, some insecurities about themselves, and it's fine to address that. And the fact that your partner's even bringing it up with you, I'd see that as a positive and focus on that. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so. I don't have anything to like contradict, I guess, your points. I just kind of want to build on it. Like, maybe the way she said it might have felt like hurtful to you at first.
Yeah.
But definitely see it as a positive, because the key word for me there wouldn't be anything besides exes. They were previous people that weren't good enough.
That's true. That's
She's
true.
brought that up with you, current partner. What you want to do really is try and work on your self-esteem issues so that you have a bit more confidence. And that would probably help your, I guess, your drive in your
Motivation.
sexual experiences, yeah. And if she knows what ticks her boxes, ask her what they are, work on those. If your biggest issues, right, either going to be your self-esteem or her satisfaction, man, if you work on one, then it's going to end up affecting the other. So choose which one you're going to work on, really. And if it's her satisfaction, then she's going to be the best one to put you in the right direction. And as I say, it might have come across hurtful at first, but it's definitely positive that you can work on, like what you just said, Dan. Something to make your relationship better in the long run.
I can add on this. I've just thought of something when you were speaking. Stop. People in these days put too much pressure on sex in itself. Do you know what? He talks about problems with an erection. Do something else then. It doesn't have to be penetrative sex. Do something else. It doesn't have to be. Look, women, I'll tell you now, if I'm generalising, I apologise. Women enjoy foreplay a lot more than men. Most men these days, especially young men, are like, go on, just get it in. And that's not how it is. If you want to satisfy her, you don't have to be great at penetrative sex. Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely. It's something that, again, bringing up the sex experts, like I know them.
Yes, yes.
But they do say that it, like, the majority of the game is the lead up, and then it will be your favorite part as a dude will be.
What are you pointing at me?
The bit to complete. I was trying to do like
Okay.
favorite part, but I
fine.
was depends on what your favorite part is, I guess. But
Yep.
like you say, for most guys, it's probably going to be the penetrative sex part, and that bit is like the bit that you end on, so that you both
True.
end it together.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah. You
Look
want to.
Dirty, sexy firework.
God. Ooh. I don't want to know what makes the firework dirty.
Well, it's just an analogy, wasn't it? Just was it a simile? It was a simile.
It was fucking disgusting, is what it was, Dan.
Yes.
But yeah, like, man, if you can work on the satisfaction of your partner, if that's what you really want to work on, it will build up your self-esteem. Or if you really want to work on your self-esteem first, it'll build up the satisfaction of your partner. Because if you go into your sexual experiences more confident about yourself, you're not going to be worrying about what you're doing the whole time, which is probably what's stopping you from getting an erection. Because the more you worry about something during sex and panic about your performance, it drives your performance right down.
He's speaking personally here.
This is something I've personally experienced, yeah.
What?
Because imagine
that is an exclusive right there.
Yeah, just imagine. I got into my first proper relationship at 21. Never had any sexual experience before then. And
you kidding me?
No, and my partner had sexual experience when I got into the relationship. And so constantly for the first like 6 months, and I did bring it up at the first time, was like, I have no sexual experience. So I hope you don't have any like expectations. You're probably going to have to guide me a little bit. And I did. I worried about that shit for like 6-8 months.
Really?
Yeah, got over it eventually because I became more confident in general. But yeah, it's something that a lot of people will suffer from, and you've really just got to work on it. And you don't have to do it all by yourself. If you've got a good partner that's willing to be patient with you, you can definitely make your sex life better.
There we go. We're going to end on an exclusive right there. Tell you what.
You're welcome.
Even though we've had a joke, we've had a little laugh, I feel like we've got real, excuse the pun again, we've got real deep here.
Oh, so
Yes.
deep.
All right, too much.
Deep enough that you can't get back out again.
There's comedy and then there's vulgarity. Okay, nip that in the bud now. All right. Let's we I feel like we've addressed some
Do
big
you even know what's
issues.
going on anymore then?
We've addressed some big issues, and I'm just happy, to be honest, the fact that we've not only had a laugh about it, but I think we might have actually helped some people here.
Yeah,
Apart
definitely.
from Brenda.
Well, yeah, Brenda can go, excuse the pun,
Yeah.
fuck herself. You know what I mean?
She don't want to, that's the problem.
Yeah, she wants 2 partners.
Greedy.
God, greedy, so greedy.
Greedy Brenda, that's a new name. All right, so I'm happy with that. I hope you guys as listeners are. Scott, happy with the episode? Enjoy it?
Really depressed now, Dan.
All right. Well, we might have to do a part 2 on this because there's so many problems, so few. Oh, fuck that up. That was a good line. so many problems, so few solutions.
Yeah, I think your problem might be speech.
You bastard. You're right, though. All right. So, guys, thank you for joining us. Scott, thank you as well, buddy. Hope you've enjoyed it. All right.
My pleasure. I did.
Until next week. Have a good week, guys.
Bye.